Before we jump into this episode, I want to invite you to join our community to help you become a better steward, scale to billions, and ultimately give more or all of it away. All I want you to do is to click the subscribe button right now. I love your support. It's incredible to see your comments, and we're just getting started. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Welcome to the Build It to Billions podcast, where we guide successful entrepreneurs and investors on their journey from millions to billions. We believe the key to scaling and compounding your wealth and life starts every single day with the mindset and practice of stewardship over ownership and applying billionaire biblical principles. Our ultimate goal is to help you scale and compound your wealth and life so you can give more all the way to help MVPs. My name is Brett Swartz, and each and every episode, we're joined by the world's top entrepreneurs, millionaires, or billionaires, where they share their secrets, insights, and wisdom with us so we can all compound and make a bigger impact. Hey, we're also streaming on Capital Gains Tax Solutions podcast and YouTube channel, so we also appreciate everyone watching out there. I'm excited about our next guest. He's out of Massachusetts in the Cape Cod area, and he is here to help us find hidden profits, scale smarter, beat our competitors without the chaos, cash flow, panic that a lot of business owners are facing. In fact, we're talking about solving cash flow overwhelm for business owners. We're going to be diving into some CFO services and business strategy and what you should be looking for in team members or consultants that you're working for. Please welcome to the show with me, Mr. Michael Barbarita. Michael, how are we doing?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me, Brett.
Excellent. For our listeners getting to know you for the first time, would you give them a little bit more about your story and your current focus?
Sure. So all my life, I've owned retail, manufacturing, and service companies. The retail company I owned with some partners, and we grew the company from $2.5 million to $8 million in 5 years, basically utilizing some of the strategies that we're going to talk about today. I then went into the frozen cookie dough business. That's another business that I went into, bought and sold. And then I had a failure. I started an outpatient rehabilitation facility called Freedom Therapy Center. And I thought after having 2 successful exits, I thought I knew everything. And, that's the worst thing that can happen to a business owner, that you think you know it all. And so, it was funny because when I analyzed the whole thing in the aftermath, when I was with the ski business and with the cookie business, I implemented business and financial strategies that my competition wasn't doing. And then in the medical business that I went into, I did exactly what my competition was doing, and I tanked after 5 years. So I learned a lot, as a result of that. And so that's when I started Next Step CFO, because I just learned so much about success and failure that I thought it was a great opportunity to help other business owners. So that's my story.
Hey, you're best positioned to serve the person you once were or are. And it's great that you've had successes and failures, and so that you can learn and help us to learn and not make the same mistakes. And we're speaking with Michael Barbarita, and you can learn more with him by going to nextstepcfo.net. nextstepcfo.net. Don't say that too fast. But so let's dive right into this, Michael. Okay. So what's the number one secret to solving cash flow overwhelm for the business owner?
Well, I think first of all, you have to understand what the 80-20 rule means in business. And so for us, and when I was doing research for my book as well, I landed on what I call the 7-step pathway to profit formula. And what it is, what it represents is, to me, in business, the 80-20 rule is that 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of what you do every day. A little different from what most people. Now, the 80-20 rule is never wrong. So if you think it's 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your customers, you're right. So I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that I think it's more valuable for 80% of your revenue coming from 20% of what you do every day. And so I narrowed that 20% down to 7 steps. One of them is leads. The second one is conversions. The third one is closing rate. Fourth one is client retention, which is very often neglected, by the way, client retention. We all, as business owners, we all like to think that once we get a customer, we get to keep them by default. Not the case. The fifth is average dollar per transaction. Sixth is the frequency of sale. And seventh is you have to control your costs.
So if you like this little short clip of the interview I just did, click over here to watch the full interview. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody.